In the kitchen, Filipina, I've been noticing you have been watching the news on the war lately. Any thoughts?
Oh, may God enlighten them and stop the war. We don't like war, my goodness. You don't know. It's just the battle of the brainless people. For me, because there's a lot of civilians, the casualties, especially, oh my goodness, children. Yeah, that's why, like, in my mind before, when I met my beloved, I say, oh, give me 12 children. Yeah, but this time that our world is in chaos, I don't want any more children. I don't want to show my kids how chaos our world is. I don't want that. That's why I always pray for my son that, like, maybe one day he will be one of the preacher, because I encourage him to become one, and I even encourage his son to become a preacher, because we need a lot of warriors in God's words, not warriors of weapon.
Yeah, it's a good thought.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you mentioned that, which is good. That's all really good. But I mean, sometimes in the Old Testament it talks about times of war. Like, for example, David stayed behind. It says when the kings went out to battle. So there was like a time for battle, and David stayed behind. That's when he created, or that's when, the big sin happened with Bathsheba, because it was the time when it says when kings went to war. So it is listed as well. At times, like, there's times of war sometimes. Not that everyone likes it or don't like it. I mean, just sometimes there are.
Yeah, I know that it's always war, it's always there. Even in the Bible, it's always there. But oh my goodness, like, if we all just have unity, no pride, if we'll just think about our future generation, think about the children.
Yeah, but now in this case, in this particular one, a lot of people say, like, once it's finished, which it may not take that long, but once it's finished, they say they're going to give freedom to the people.
How sure you are?
How sure I am what?
Once it's finished, it give us freedom. There's
Not
no
us,
guarantee.
the people of the land, right? The people of the land, because they're
No,
under.
not only like not only the people that, like, the people itself that who are victim of war, because we also, even if I'm not that in that country, I'm a Filipino, we are still what is that? We are still connected, and we are still affected by the war. Inflation. Oh my goodness. Gasoline price increase. And who's the victim? The poor.
Okay, no, but like, when you think about that war, a lot of it was caused because the leadership of that nation were really mistreating really bad the people of their own nation. So this will give them liberation to have a more civilized civilization, don't you think? Yes, no?
Well, I really don't know about that, because for me there's no guarantee that it will happen. It's just that I don't like war.
Well, I don't think anybody really likes it. I don't think people like it. I don't think anyone likes it, but I'm just thinking, like, wouldn't the outcome, don't you think the outcome would possibly be better than what they had? Like, in the sense that, like, their own people were being killed and rounded up and terrible ways done to them, from my understanding. And after this is said and done, they should have the right, basically, to to rule their people again in a good fashion and have more liberty for their own people. Wouldn't that be better?
Well, I hope it will happen. But for me, I can still, there's no guarantee about that. It's just that it's all about pride. Oh my goodness, for me, I don't know what to say. It's just that I'm so speechless. Because there's also Filipino affected in that war. One Filipina also died in Israel because of that missile attack from the US. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So, in general, I mean, countries have armies, and when things go bad, do you think a nation should step in to help another nation if the other nation is really not doing good things, or should they not step in? You don't have the answer if you don't
Well,
want to.
for me, if they're going to step in, a lot more chaos.
What's that?
More chaos.
So you think it's not a good idea?
Well, 50-50. Sometimes it's a good idea, sometimes not. I cannot say it's not a good idea. Say, for example, the Spain decided not to help the US. So, President Trump cut trade to the Spain. It's like that. Like, imagine, after he imposed a higher tax, and he asked help. He asked help. That's my, I'm not, like, it's just that I disagree. I only disagree about the war. Like, maybe he's thinking, like, Iran is just like Venezuela. It's easy to, like, after the killing of supreme leader, the country will back down. But it's not. They even killed 2 Iranian leaders. But
I think it's over 45.
huh?
Some people say upwards to 80.
What?
Between 45 to 80 leaders.
No, this war.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
war.
this war.
Between 45 to 80 leaders.
It's already dead. But did Iran back down? No.
Yeah, because I think they're just going to keep on just trying to do whatever as long as they can. But I think
Because
they're just
they cannot
sporadically throwing things now.
Because they cannot. It's hard. It's hard to take revenge on the U.S. Mahal, direct to the U.S. They cannot send missile to the Pentagon. It's not. Of course, they will do the ally. Then who's the victim?
And so, what about like where people say like they were really harshly treating their own people? Like, you think it's better for them to continue harshly treating their own people than to have the war to free them?
Of course, for me, they really want. I want their freedom, just like what the other country who are in this dictatorship. They still want their freedom, but like I cannot say war is the best. I cannot say war is the best.
Okay, well, over the last like 25 years, they had like what's called sanctions and different agreements, and nothing ever worked. And to the point that just recently they're really mistreating their own people, to my understanding, in a real bad way. So none of that works. So what's the next remedy then? None of the other stuff worked.
Well, I cannot say. I just don't agree with the war, man.
Well, that's my point. Like, I'm just like making
Just like, for example,
make people think,
just like, for example, in the marriage, if your husband keep beating you up, is it also reasonable that you will kill him? because he kept beating you up?
No, but it's it's not not exactly the same as that, because
No,
like
it's just
they tried to reason, like of course you try to reason and get things under control, and they tried to do that before this happened. They said, this is what needs to happen. This is reasoning, but they didn't want to have the reasoning. Like they didn't want to participate in the reasoning. So then, like you're not left with a lot of options, because like they're mistreating their own people, to my understanding, and really bad to my understanding. So it was like, what are you left to do? To try to free their people, like their people. And from my understanding,
there's no other option.
and from my
There's no other option.
again, from my understanding, the actual people there, the majority of the people are really rejoicing that they have a chance at a more peaceful society now, and like a better chance at it. That's my understanding. So isn't that better?
It's like it looks like you have to sacrifice your life in exchange of a great nation, better future. Where's God in the war, Mahal? Where's God in the war? There's no God when it comes to war.
I believe God is in the peace, and that's what they're trying to do. Blessed are the peacemakers.
It's there in the Ten Commandments. Thou shalt not kill.
Which means murder. Translated correct is murder. But
homicide is not acceptable.
But defending a country's people is not murder.
No.
Yeah,
so thou murder.
It's
still you kill something.
Murder is not when you're defending your, like for example,
it's
you're
like okay, just
if
like
you're defending your home country, you're not murdering people.
No, it's just like this. Oh, okay. Like you have to sacrifice yourself for the better, for the great nation. Just like that, you have to go like fight for a war. I know, like it's already in the Bible that there's always a chaos, but for me I will still stand for, thou shalt not kill. It was there, no matter.
Which means murder. Thou shalt not murder.
Yes.
But that's not like a nation defending themselves. That's not murder.
It's still murder.
Not if you're defending people.
It's still murder.
So
I will still stand. It's still murder.
It's not.
No, because there is whenever you kill someone, whether it's just like for example, there's a certain law. We're Christian and there's a Muslim family. Okay, we cannot judge them. And that in the family there's one person, like a daughter, who became rebellious. Like she don't follow rules. She don't follow strict rules. Do not wear bikini. Do not wear blah blah. Do not set an example as this one, a good, model. And you know what? It doesn't, like, honor killing is not, it's still a murder.
I don't know what you're talking about now.
No, because Mahal, they killed their daughter.
Well, that's wrong. Yeah, we're not talking about something like
because
that, though.
Because they said it's an honor killing. There is no honor killing, Mahal. They kill because of their honor.
Yeah, that's wrong. That's wrong.
It's still killing.
That's wrong.
Me.
That is wrong. What you're saying is wrong. I agree. That is wrong. But what they're doing now is they're trying to protect the nation, to give their nation back their peace. And what does the Bible say? It says, blessed are the peacemakers. They're trying to make peace. They're taking out evil people.
That's it, Mahal. It's still a murder.
That's not murder.
It's still a murder. Just like, for example, here, Mahal. Okay.
That's like World War One, World War Two.
This is one here in the Philippines.
They were not murdering. They were just trying to defend their homelands.
That guy. No, it's still the same. That guy, because you're telling me an evil person. Okay, there's one guy. He murdered and raped a kid, and when he was in jail, his cellmates there kill him because of the heinous crime he committed. It's still a murder. They think like, okay, we will give justice to the kid.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you there either. Okay,
It's
I'm
still
not.
a murder. A murder is still
but
a
I'm not
murder.
disagreeing with that. But I'm talking about as a country, and like a country like what's happening in that war. It's a country trying to liberate the people. That's my understanding, and they're trying to give peace back to that country. They're not talking about these little situations that you're talking about. Not that they're little, but individual situations you're talking about, like with person and person. They're not talking about that. We're talking about like major countries abusing major country people, and they're trying to liberate the people. It's a different scenario entirely.
Liberate the people, just like for example, that's why I'm setting this in marriage. You want to try to liberate something. You try to liberate.
You can't compare like the country and countries defending other countries, or trying to bring peace to a country to like a relation. You can't compare it. It's not the same.
I know that. I know, but I still stand
That's
for
like-
killing is still murder.
Well,
Killing is still evil.
well, no one's saying killing is good. Nobody's saying that. But I'm just saying, in this situation, you can't really compare it to like a person's relationship or this individual did this. It's not the same thing. We're talking about countries, and like of an evil leadership that, from what my understanding is, and they're really doing awful things to their people, and now the other countries are trying to give their people back their life. So that's making peace. Aren't they just trying to make peace for the people? Because the other option is to leave the other leaders in place and let them continue to abuse their country's people. Is that a better option?
I don't know, because sometimes it's you want freedom, but it's still worse. Become worse. We already gained our freedom from dictatorship, but Philippines during that time, the dictatorship. I'm not saying it's a good. During that time, Philippines is just like we are more progressive than Japan and Singapore during that time, the dictatorship. And now we have our own freedom. We are belong to a poorest country in Asia. You see?
Yeah, so I'll leave it at that.
Sometimes-
This is Filipinas Live.
Sometimes, like we want freedom. We want freedom to corrupt, more corrupt. You see? Oh.
So anyway, you can leave your comments. We just had our own little
Yeah.
debate.
I'm sorry. We have this debate.
No nasty comments. Just just nice, rational comments. But it's nice to hear everyone else's comments too.
Yeah.
So, any final words before we hang up?
God bless everyone.
God bless you.